Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem. Wakahakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect. And the one-third remnant out there listening, doing this word with all faith and sincerity, scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you I say shalom. Lord willing, this video's edifying is going to be sent around. This video by Sean Ryan, and it's called Exorcist Warns of Possible Signs of the Mark of the Beast. But you know, it's really not nothing in particular that they said in this video that, you know, I'm doing it on, because we know what the Mark of the Beast is. All right, it's the RFID microchip, okay, and those brain computer interfaces, you know, whatever name they want to give it, you know, that's the portion of the script where it says you know, you're gonna get, or they're gonna force a mark in your right hand or your forehead. That's the forehead portion, those brain computer interfaces. But I just find it interesting how this is, you know, if you want to call it the $1 million question, right? What is the mark of the beast? And you know, everybody, you know, for the most part, should know. Okay, because it shouldn't be a secret. It's not a secret. It's just if you can receive it or not, right? Because not everybody can. Okay, the spirit is not own everybody no, the spirit does not own everybody to understand what's written. Okay, that's why the scriptures say, "He that hath an ear, let him hear." Okay, now everybody has an ear, right? Everybody has two ears, two eyes, and a mouth, and a nose, right? But he's asking that not in a literal sense, but if you have the understanding. Okay, if the Lord has compelled unto you his understanding, right? But you know, in this video, he says, you know, he mentions the vax, right? And then he mentions, you know, of course, the mark itself. Well, he mentions digital currency and all that stuff, and then he mentions the RFID chip and the Neuralink. Okay, and we know that the digital currency will be tied to both the Neuralink and the RFID chip in the hand, right? But you got guys out here. Here it is, you know. This video came out a day ago, got 366,000 views, right? Because the world is inquiring. The world wants to know. But then you got guys out here who will scoff and talk shit about Great Millstone going into this very, very great end time prophecy. Probably one of the most important prophecies in the book. Okay? It definitely the most relevant to the time we in. But you got guys out here who will scoff. Oh, all y'all do is talk about the chip. Y'all don't talk about nothing else? Well, if you talk about anything, it's all gonna tie back into the RFID chip anyway. So you guys can't be talking about prophecy. If that's your mindset, if that's your thought on it, right? Because this is the $1 million question. The world wants to know. And the Lord, he's pouring out his spirit upon all flesh, as it says in Joel, which I'm gonna get right now. This is Joel 2:28, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And that's exactly what you know, we saying that we witnessing. Okay, because you see different videos of 4 or 5 year old, 6 year old kids talking about the return of the Messiah. Okay. You see now more so than ever, women even going out and expressing and telling their dreams that they having about chipping stations and concentration camps. Okay. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. Okay, even on the heathen. Okay, because Sean Ryan, I'm not really sure on him, if he's a Jake or not, but the guy he's talking to, the exorcist, he's, I believe he's an Edomite through and through. But here it is, he's talking about it. End time prophecies, right? He's talking about what the mark of the beast is or could be. Okay, and he has more sense than a lot of you guys who are out there who know that you're Israelites, right? Got more of an understanding on more knowledge on the scriptures than you. How is that possible, man? But you guys want to sit, somebody just made a comment to me, that's all y'all do is talk about the chip anyway. What? And if every video you made was about the chip, it wouldn't be wrong, right? Because we know World War III, that whole sequence of events that's happening over there in Iran, that's gonna lead to the RFID mandate. Okay, the crash of the global economy, that's gonna lead to the RFID mandate. All these things are interconnected. You can't talk about the beast without talking about the RFID chip. So where your mind at, man? This is Matthew 13:11, and he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Right? So we know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. We know these prophecies. That's why Yahweh Shah spoke in parables, man. Because he didn't want everybody to understand or to get it. Okay? And that's why he went and he told his disciples in secret when nobody else was around. Okay? Because it ain't meant for everybody. It's not. Some people just ain't gonna get it until the time come, till that day come. All right? And they might have to just suffer and get it. And then they're gonna wish they talked about it more. Okay? Because I guarantee you, all that scoffing, all that shit talking will go away when they receive that mark. And that spirit, the spirit of truth hop on them. And they have to, and they confess that they were wrong. But by that time, it's too late. Okay? So, very treacherous times we in, man. All right? And that's why these questions are being asked. Okay? Inquisition is being made. The Lord is about to, shut all this off. He's about to cut all this down. Okay, you got the war over there in the Middle East that's going down, and questions are going to arise from that. Okay, because that war involves the so-called chosen people. Okay, who the world refers to as the chosen people, those Israelis. Okay, so more questions are going to circulate around them and their identity. Because this is these are the times of truth being revealed, man. Okay? And also the year of false prophets. So there's going to be many, many more to appear and to try to deceive, man. All for what's left of this place, which is, crumbs. All right? More people going out trying to filibuster the truth. This is 2 Peter 1:19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed as unto a light that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. That's right, man. Until the day dawns, man. So when at the end of the day, it's going to be revealed that this is the truth. Because the thing with prophecy is that you know that a prophet was among you when it comes to pass. So, and guess what? These things are coming to pass indeed, man. Okay? With the least of the flock, drawing them out. Okay? That prophecy, not a lot of camps really went into that. Really specified that Israel would be the one to start all this this commotion. Not a lot of camps went into that, man. Matter of fact, only one camp I know went into that, and that's Great Millstone. Starting off with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down. We're the only camp that I know or heard go into that prophecy. Okay, and look what happened. Right, just like the RFID chip, we're the only camp that pushes that like we do, and it's bound to go down exactly. As the spirit of Yahweh Shai has taught us, man. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Al Shah Bashim Rakakudash Wa Abba Babal and DTA DTN.